Beyond breaking news, this is Broken News with John Swalski.
Hello, and welcome to Broken News. My name is John Schwalski, of course, your host, and boy, do we have one hell of a show for you tonight. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, you know what that sound means? The sound means that we're getting a call from our band leader and my first cousin, Mike Greenwood.
BNN Direct.
Okay. I'm like, please tell me I didn't just spill that on my shirt in the middle of a take.
Error.
You can pause it right now.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Hey, Mike in LA, how's it going?
John? John, is that you?
Yes, Mike, it's me. Who else would it be? I'm calling you on the BNN Direct line.
BNN Direct.
Brought to you by Uncle Chip's Rice Crisps. By Uncle Chip's Rice Crisps. If they're not chips, if they're chips, you know they're not chips? Something like that. Can I do that? Rice Crisps. If they're not chips, then they're chips. Fucking A. Hold on. Brought to you by Uncle Chip's Rice Crisps. If they're chips, you know they're not chips. Anyway, Mike, what's going on?
Oh, well, John, I'm working on my rock opera for Approaching Zenith.
Approaching Zenith.
Of course, it's called Hand Pantasia. I've been working really hard on it, and it's going to be really great, John.
Doing Hand Pantasia.
John?
Oh, no, sounds great, man. Sounds really, really good. I wanted to take this time now, Mike, I wanted to get serious with you. I wanted to take this time to talk a little bit about last week's snafu with the whole contract thing.
I looked at the contract.
No.
Thank you for letting us get past that, as Uncle Franklin always says, if you ain't got family, then what do you got? And if you ain't got family, then, as Uncle Franklin said, if you ain't got family, then what do you got? And what do you got if you don't got family? Well, family's everything, right? Because if you don't, then what do you got?
And if you ain't got family, then, as Uncle Franklin said, if you ain't got family, then what do you got? And what do you got if you don't got family? Well, family's everything, right? Because if you don't, then what do you got?
Well, I don't know if Uncle Franklin's really the best judge of character on that one, John. I mean, he was the one that wore ashless chaps at Thanksgiving, right? And he took the lawnmower into downtown Manhattan, that little joyride, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep. And all of that was before he got caught at customs trying to smuggle scented bath salts where the sun don't shine on our annual family trip to Canada's Northwestern Territories.
Canada's Northwestern Territories, exactly, John. And he didn't have to do that. They wouldn't care. He could have saved face and his bunghole. But it's a moot point now. So anyways, I think it's really not really important that we argue about it or talk about it, because we're going to see him on Flag Day, and we're going to have to revisit it all then,
Yeah, you're right. Well, one thing we can learn, folks, from this bizarre familial exchange is that no matter who your family is, you're stuck with them. You've got no choice. And sometimes you gotta do stuff that you don't want to do for the sake of pleasing family.
Like being forced to collaborate with your insane cousin who you think means well, but always does some extra weird shit to make you kind of question everything that you've ever experienced behaviorally and environmentally growing up. Isn't that right, Mike? Digging for gold as always. Classic. Forget it, Mike. No, not a problem. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Anyway, Mike, we'll see you for Tinkle Time. No, we don't need to hear Hand Pantasia. No, that's okay.
Coming up this week on BNN, we'll be breaking down this week's news, going deep on public schools, talking to my intriguing roommate, Rodrigo, famous in Brazil, Fernandez, find out how to dress for any weather, and discover an on-set romance. So you want to stay tuned for that. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Today's show is brought to you by...
This advertisement paid for by the Committee of Dramatic Pauses for Commercial Viability.
It's been unseasonably warm here at the Treehouse Studios, so why don't we take a look at the weather with our very own Willie Drizzles.
It's the weather, man!
Hey, Willie. Are you there, Willie?
Yeah, I'm there. Nice to see you, John.
So, what can you tell us about the weather this week?
Ain't nothing clever but the weather, man.
I love that. Is the nice weather going to continue, or are we in for another cold snap?
I mean, Chicago is always nice, you know?
Well, actually, now it looks like there's snow happening behind you. Is that...
Man, this ain't nothing but a little spit shine from the sky. Nothing major.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's Chicago. We deal with snow all the time. All you gotta do is just lay down a couple lawn chairs and say dibs. You got it. You good.
For sure. All right.
I mean, you gotta realize the weather is nothing. I remember in 1989, my mama made me double dutch in 8 feet of snow. And I didn't even have a partner.
But can you tell us how many inches of snow we can expect today, or...
We don't have to worry about bad weather because we strong. It doesn't matter. Oh, you gotta lean into the one. You gotta lean into the one. See, that's how you gotta live life, John. This ain't nothing. Man, weather is, man, it's smoothing than the baby's ass out here. Ain't nothing. You know, a little drizzle, a little rain, but that still ain't a thing.
What's the wind chill factor going to be like for people?
Wind chill. You just need to chill about all this wind. It's perfectly fine. This ain't nothing.
Willie, can you just tell us the temperature right now?
Make it sing. Heaven must be like this. It must be. Now, Milwaukee, they put a little cheese in the meat. That'll get you high.
Oh my God. Just give us one number, one fact, one figure. Precipitation.
Oh, it's a whole lot of participation at the cookout. See, big bring a potato salad.
I'm begging you, Willie, just the current weather.
You need to chill, man. We just gonna have weather. It's gonna be okay.
What kind of weather are we going to have?
It's all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, our very own Willie Drizzles.
It's a Johnalog.
Let's talk about schools. The Biden administration is hoping to expand the public school system to include universal pre-K starting at age 3. Coupled with the plan to extend free public education through community college, this means kids would be committed to 16 years of straight school. Minimum. Cool. Now kids will have the opportunity to continue looking forward to intolerable school-related shit and experiences such as driving around aimlessly, hobbies that make awful days seem shorter, riding the bus, friends you don't stay in contact with, relationships you swear will last until the end of time, when really they last until that one conversation you have about pet euthanasia, and of course, underwhelming lunch options that are only relieved when the bosses decide to order out for pizza day. All of these things exist in the real world after school, I assure you. However, kids, enjoy the pettiness of schoolmate socialization while you can, because these same experiences, as an adult, hurt way more when they're bad and disappoint you to an even further degree when they're good. In other school news, some schools in the US have even been reopening. So that's pretty awesome, right? Except with only 10 days left in the school year, this move will give kids a false sense of the school year being short and enjoyable when, school's out for them this year means that they get to go home where they just had a very, very long year doing Zoom school. Administrations, please, just wrap it up already. Open up the summer camps, do your summer sports. Consider this a green light from yours truly, because at this point, Mom and Dad don't want to see their children anymore, all right? I mean, hell, they don't even want to see each other anymore. Run free, little ones. Run free. Good news for funeral homes. Vaccination centers across the U.S. are basically empty at this point, and as a result, vaccinated tourists are coming to the U.S. Wait, that's not right. Unvaccinated tourists are, and a lot of them, in fact, which shouldn't freak you out, because these vaccine tourists are literally here to take the vaccines that stupid people won't. And honestly, I'm more afraid of people that already live here that are in states of denial and idiocy, more so than people that are just trying to get well. Oh, and did you hear in related news that 500,000 people didn't come back for their second shot? Oh, Americans, why can you not whole ass anything? Why are you just ghosting a virus that didn't even infect you in the first place? Honestly though, COVID conspiracy theories are no more crazy than the conspiracy theory, a very real one, that birds don't exist. Now I know for a fact that that one's wrong because my grandma claims to have once seen a pigeon lay an egg in 1930 in Brooklyn's Eastern Parkway, in the middle of the street, broad daylight. And I'm gonna tell you one thing right now, Brooklyn grandma don't lie. And that brings me to a news segment. Things that I don't believe exist because I've never seen them before. Turtles, I can imagine, are not real. What are they even doing in there? A turtle shell and the goings-on that take place within those tiny little homes remains one of the greatest mysteries of all time. Trust me on that one. Also, I've seen it in picture books, but number 2 would have to be wicker baskets that can hold loose water. I've never seen one in person. It seems impractical to me. The 4th would have to be air. I've never seen it. Have you? I've sure seen pollution, but never air. Also, flat Earth is another one. I don't believe in that conspiracy theory. In fact, I don't even believe in an ellipsoidal Earth. Cylinder, baby, or maybe the great rhombus in the sky. Food for thought for you conspiracy YouTubers out there. Anyway, Neil deGrasse Tyson, call me. I'd love a guest spot on Star Talk. And number 5, minor league baseball teams. No further comment. Anyway, so now we're gonna go to our next segment, which I don't know what it is, but it'll be good. Thank you so much, John. We're here with our first night guest in a segment we're calling Night Guests.
Night guest. Oh, it's a night guest.
With Rodrigo Fernandez. Rodrigo Fernandez is a filmmaker, a stand-up comedian. He has hosted his own Fox Sports show, has directed the Brazilian SNL, has had a cooking show, a morning show, has done a lot of different things, including theater and all this shit, and he happens to be my roommate and an easy guest to book currently. So, Rodrigo Fernandez, I'd like to introduce our audience to you. Rodrigo, hey, thanks for coming.
Whew. Hi, John. How's it going?
Pretty good. Sorry to bore you.
No, it's okay. It's the weather. Wasn't
Right. The 85-degree weather that you decided to wear leather in.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That's I'm feeling at home now because I am.
Currently home. Yeah. Same here. It's really easy
Yeah.
when the studio is your house.
Yeah.
I have a random would you rather question.
Oh yeah.
These are always fun. If you could meet your hero, would you rather have your hero vomit on you or you vomit on them?
Oh, it would be awesome to have Jim Carrey vomiting on me. That would be funny.
That would be funny. Not like from a pleasure perspective, but more just a laugh.
Oh, imagine that you're on a bar talking with Jim Carrey about life, comedy, and everything, and he's like, "Man, I'm not feeling good," or he'll be like, "I'm not feeling good," because he's the guy, rubber face. I'm not feeling good, and that will be a story that you can tell for everyone. No one will believe in you, but it's a good story to tell.
So you wouldn't want to vomit on Jim Carrey if he gave you the opportunity. Like, what if he said, please, Rodrigo, it's an honor to meet you.
Well, I'll say, now that you vomit on me, I guess it will be just fair.
Hey, an eye for an eye. A suit for a suit.
Yeah,
A shirt for a shirt.
Yeah.
All right, well, fantastic. You originally were a blogger.
Yep.
You got into stand-up.
Yep.
Well, I should say you were originally a DJ.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got into blogging.
Yeah.
You went to stand-up.
Yep.
You went into theater. You went into cinema. You eventually went on TV. You did a bunch of that stuff. When's it going to work out for you?
Man, that's a thing that I thought a lot about. And the answer is that this point of my life, I really don't care too much about that because
That's awesome.
it's a pursuit.
Yeah.
Is a pursuit for approval of the others. And then I realized that every time that I was on stage, every movie that I act, every play that I act, I enjoy it so much that I can repeat that for the rest of my life. So it's more about what make me feel good than the approval of the critics or of the big audiences. So I'm like, I came here to learn cinema, I want to make movies, and I would love if people enjoy the movies. But making a movie is nice. Being on stage doing stand-up in English, it's awesome. And I'm failing a lot doing this. I'm failing a lot, but being there, deliver their joke, no one laugh, and it's like, fuck, I need to work better. I need to work more on this. So it's been funny, this journey. I realize that what we have is the journey of our life. So I'm enjoying the journey.
So, you've been doing comedy around Chicago now.
Yeah.
In English.
In English.
And what is that like?
It's been great. It's been great because the thing is, when I came here, I already knew how to speak English somehow. But then I feel that I already feel that I get better. I got better doing this. But it's still a little bit hard for me to remember in English. Because you write a joke, and then when you're on stage, you need to remember the joke to deliver the joke. So it's kind of being hard for me to remember in English, because now I'm just talking in English.
Right.
I'm not thinking too much about what I'm saying. I'm just saying. But when you're on stage, you need to remember. So that's the point that I didn't know about doing stand-up in English in another language.
You got any comedy bits that you can show us right now that you've been working on recently?
Oh yeah, I have one. I was wondering the first guy who tried a lemon for the first time.
First person to ever eat a lemon off the tree.
Yeah, because I think that the guy, he saw the lemon on the tree. So he was like, oh, it's beautiful, it's a greenish.
That's a lime, dude.
Yeah, but like in Brazil, this is a lemon, because the lemon and lime is just the size, but that's can be a lime. On the joke, it doesn't matter. The guy saw this and he smelled it. Said, it smells good, because really smells good. So he was like, okay. Hey Eve, it's good. We should try it more often. If we put alcohol.
So that's why Adam and Eve decided for the apples.
Yeah.
But they made cocktails out of the limes.
Yeah. If they put water, I guess in some point they were like, if we put water, sugar, and alcohol, we can call it caipirinha, and turn into a very traditional Brazilian drink. That's what they made.
So Adam and Eve weren't thinking of making Cuba Libres because Coca-Cola wasn't invented yet.
Yeah, and even Cuba.
Cuba wasn't a thing either. That's a good point. Now, do you think, I want to ask you a little bit more about the lemon guy, and also, when you deliver this, do you actually bring a lime or a lemon on stage?
This is the first time that I did this joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You'd think you'd use like material that you know works.
Yeah.
Strange
Yeah.
choice. All right.
Because I think
You sing a lot of 90s tunes. You got me back into Natalie Imbruglia and Jewel again, actually. And I've never made a...
what was the one that I sang so high pitch?
Oh,
Which one was?
I'm all out of faith.
But what was that one? This is how I feel, cold and I am shamed.
Lying naked on the floor.
Illusions never change into something real.
Okay.
Why you make it? I can see the
Perfect sky is torn.
You're a little late. I'm already torn. How?
Thank you so much, man. It's great to be here. Thank you for all the things you've done for me and casting me in things without me having to audition, which is the way to go.
Yeah.
And for letting me be the Rob Schneider in your films and in your everyday life. So I appreciate it, man, and thanks for all your support and for being here. And we will put links to Jacare Benguela's YouTube, Instagram, where you have like 112,000 followers, your Twitter, where you have 500,000. And again, folks, this is my very famous, very funny comedian and filmmaker and screenwriting roommate here, Rodrigo Fernandez. Thank you so much, Rodrigo, for coming in.
Thank you for having me, John. It's a pleasure to share this part of my life with you.
Jingle Bells is going to be sung very shortly after this interview. All right, back to you, John, for the breakdown.
The Breakdown.
Breakdown.
A group of 100 Republicans are threatening to leave the GOP and start their own party. The party will consist of former governors, members of Congress, and of course, an underwhelming cheese platter. Archaeologists in Warsaw unearthed an ancient priest's sarcophagus only to find that it contained a female mummy who, for the first time in recorded history, was also pregnant. Quote, "I admit I'm surprised, but also excited about this unexpected addition to our franchise," remarked Brendan Fraser. Fraser? Fraser. Like the show. Okay. Ellen DeGeneres has announced she's ending her show after 19 seasons on air. Whew, this is going to be heartbreaking for people who basically leave their TVs on only for their pets. On the bright side, however, this means there's a little extra market share up for grabs.
Breakdown.
The cicadas are back, and this year we will see the return of the largest periodical group, Brood X. If you're not familiar with them, the insects sleep for 17 years, then crawl out of the ground and mate repeatedly, leaving a thick layer of bodies and husks everywhere. I believe we have some footage. So gross. I mean, imagine living underground and only having sex every 17 years.
Hey, why'd you guys cut to me?
Got him. A journalist investigating infamous badass con man Frank Abagnale Jr. recently determined that his entire life story, the basis of the book and movie Catch Me If You Can, was just made-up stories he wrote during his time in prison, which proves once again that the most badass thing one can do is write. Very uncool. Breaking news. The death toll in... you know what? I don't really want to joke about that. That's kind of sad. Can we try something a little lighter? Awesome. Cool. Let's, thank you. An extraordinary increase in suicides by single men has... Jesus. Let's try again. Alrighty. This one looks good. In extremely sad news. Okay, that's just... Folks, could you just give me 1 minute? Come here, man. Are you okay? Yeah, I thought so. Seems like you might be in kind of a negative headspace right now, huh? Hey, it's okay. We've all been there, buddy. Want to talk about it? Yeah. Did something maybe happen with Janine? Oh man, that is rough. But hey, listen, you both knew there would be pitfalls of dating someone that you work with. I'm not here to judge, man. Love is love. And yeah, sometimes love hurts, but sometimes it's pretty sick. Come on. You and I both know you're young and hot, and you'll get through this. And when you do you think you'll regret all of it? Do you really wish you hadn't taken the chance on love? Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah. All right, now, I want you to grieve your feelings, get them out there, but I also need you to be here for the show and do your job. You mind doing that for me? Thumbs up. All right. Come here.
Man to hand.
And now it's time for our signature sign-off segment, Tinkle Time, with a musical accompaniment by Mike Greenwood. You know, they say that you win some and that you lose some, or that you can't win them all. But frankly, if you bet on yourself to lose, don't you kind of always win? So like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this come out of my... Whoa! Okay, little censor flub there, people. I was just saying, lots more great content coming out of, coming at you from the horses.
But.
Guys, come on, like, cut it out, okay? Like and subscribe for more great content straight from the horses.
But.
Hey, viewers, okay, I assured you I did not say.
But.
I did not say.
But.
I didn't say.
But.
Guys, I'm just trying to wrap it up here. Please, now is not the time to...
Booty?
Please, I just need like 5 seconds to just let me...
Spank booty.
Let me...
Spank booty.
God, I really need to learn how to start editing my own shit.